Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind, and today we're with a 1965 Honda C100 Cub 50cc. It's a buddy of mine's and I'm helping him get it going. And so we're gonna dig into this guy. I'm super excited. I love these small displacement motorcycles. I especially love this Honda Cub, this early Cub, because this really changed motorcycling for so many people. It made motorcycling accessible to a whole new group of people, a whole new demographic. And this changed everything. He has the leg shields, he has another seat, and we're gonna go around and really just drink it all in, if you will. But it's a 1965, and look at this, how cool this is. You can see it right here on the wiring harness. It is stamped 1965. I ran the VIN just to decode it, just to make sure that's exactly where it was. This is a Florida plate from 1973. It's been repainted. Somebody's painted it. Looks like they painted it with house paint. But this is, again, 1973 Florida registration. Pretty cool. Really cool. So it looks like it may have had blinkers at some point, turn signals up here, and it has the spots for them back here. These normally have plastic plugs over these, but we don't have those, so maybe we'll look to see if we can find those. But he's got some other parts here. You can see it was repainted due to the overspray. But that's the snorkel for the airbox cover, the air filter, the pegs on the bottom. So we're going to look to see, basically today, we're going to inventory this motorcycle, see what it has, see what it doesn't have, see what works, see what doesn't work, and then so he can set out ordering the pieces and parts for it so we can get this thing back to its original glory. But I'm totally looking forward to this. Okay, let's pull this off. Oh look, another evidence of it being repainted. This was could have been a replacement side cover that they put on it. I'm curious to find out. I think this was originally a white bike. They came in a couple of different colors. I think it came in black and white, red and white, blue and white, and just all white. And I think this one was an original white one. And the seat may have been replaced over the years, maybe not. I'm curious to find out if they were all blue underneath, or the blue ones were underneath, the red ones were red, black ones black, and so on. So we're going to dig in to see if we, because we'll end up pulling the tank off to clean it, so we'll be able to see underneath to see exactly what's there. But I'm curious. So battery goes right in here. Let's pull out some business. I like these little alarm batteries that you can get just at the hardware store, because trying to find a 6-volt lead acid battery that fits in here is hard to come by. But you can do use these alarm batteries just as good testing batteries. So we'll plug in here, and then we'll plug in here. Okay, let's plug this battery in. And so now we have a battery in. Let's get to the other side and see what we have. This looks like it's a problem. So let's snip the end of that, twist that boot on, and see if we get any spark out of here. How good would that be? This is an early pushrod engine, which, those of you familiar, this is its bigger brother. This is a 64. That's a 90cc. This is a 65, 50cc. No clutch on this guy. It's like a mini bike. So let's see. I snipped that off. Got a good in now. Let's see. This thing's seen better days, but let's give it a twirl. And this will be the hardest thing I do all day. You guys look to see if we have some spark. Key on. I didn't get anything. Oh, there was something. Did you see it? Let me get you a better spot. I saw something. Let me just check it one more time. I did see something. Ah, there it is. Let me get you right there. Ah, there it is. Ha 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 ha. We have fire! Okay, let's pop this spark plug out of here. Okay, I took the spark plug out and gave it a ride on the wire wheel, so it's nice and clean. I also checked it to make sure it had spark, and we're good there. So let's pop this sucker back in and give it a go. I also gave it the old thumb compression test while the spark plug was out. Okay, I had to lengthen my coil wire. I only took off a little bit, and it had been snipped before, so I must have got it right beyond what would reach. So I just took another piece of spark plug wire and soldered this in and then taped it up real good. This is just temporary. We're going to replace the coil. You may be saying, why don't you just pull it out? Because it's sealed. This is plugged into the coil in there, so you can't just pull it out and put a new one in. So we'll have to get another one, which is no big deal. So we have spark. I tested it. We have spark with our rigged up coil, spark plug wire. So we should be good. So let's see if the throttle works. Okay guys, I have our little auxiliary fuel tank plugged in here. We've got some 2-stroke oil mixed in with the gas. Okay guys, we have the fuel tank plugged in, spark plug on, ignition on. Let's kick it, see what happens. Not sure if we're getting fuel, but let's hit it with a little bit of this. That should be enough to start a fire. Nothing. Okay, we know we have spark. Well, we may have to check timing, but it shouldn't be that far off. This thing only has 1,243 miles, so timing shouldn't be too far off. So I think we probably just pull the carburetor off, give it a quick clean, make sure there's nothing just clogged up, but it should be getting something. I squirted some starting fluid in there, unless I don't have any compression. But I think I have some compressions. Let's pull this spark plug out and give it a shot. Okay, let's just check to make sure we still have spark. I thought I heard some. Yeah, we got good, nice, good spark. Yeah, so we got good spark there. So okay, so let's do just a little compression test just with our thumb over the hole. I'm just gonna push it over, see what we end up with. Yeah, that sounds really good. Yeah, that's good compression. That's enough to start it. So let's pull this carburetor apart and check that. So this is the way I like to do it, guys. I like to start with spark first. So now let's see what we have to do to take this guy apart. And you guys may be saying, Eric, why are you working on the floor? Don't you have a bench, a work table in there? I do. It's covered with CB750 engine parts that I've been cleaning, so that's why I'm on the rug out here. Plus this is kind of comfortable. And guys, I apologize for the background noise, but that's the AC and the fans, so I've got some of them turned off, but yeah, we may not be getting fuel here. So we do have fuel flowing through our petcock from down here. Which way was it? So let's drain it out. Let's see what's in this bowl. And there's our float. Oh yeah, we're pretty gross in here. You can see we're pretty bad. Kind of just varnishy underneath there. So that's why this guy was probably not filling up as fast as what it should. So far, no gaskets have been damaged in the making of this movie. So looks like we have, this is a jet here. So we'll clean that. And this is the other one. So you have this guy, which looks clear. I mean, I can see through it. And this guy, which looks clear as well. So we'll hose out the whole thing, make sure that we're getting good flow throughout, and then we'll put it back on and see if it happens. We'll check and see what these settings are. This one is air fuel, and then this one looks like throttle. Idle. But we'll check and see what they're supposed to be set at, and we'll put them there. But let me go hose this out with a little carb cleaner, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's try this again. I've got fuel. I ran fuel into it, so let's see. I don't know what I have the idle screw. I've got the air fuel out 1.5. And I don't have a choke. So I squirted a little starting fluid in there. Let's see what happens. I'm getting nothing. Let's see if I have that. Nothing. Stay running. Stay running. It's not running good, but it's running. Hey guys, sorry about that. We were using the starter rollers. I thought I had started the camera, but I didn't. So we're gonna see if we can kick it this time, or we're gonna have to put it back on the rollers. So, but it runs. Okay, let me see if I can kick this thing. Key on. Is that off? Off, on. Key on. Hey! That's even better. but it's running. Let's set it off. Hey, it's a running motorcycle. Now we can tune it, clean it, finish all the rest of the stuff, make it run better, all of that stuff. It could be, I don't have, first off, I got to fix this choke. I think my choke was partially closed, so it wasn't getting the power I think I needed. See, now it's wide open. Before it wasn't. So I need to get a choke lever for that so I can stop that. We need to put the intake or the air filter tubing and the air filter on, and then I think it'll start to run better. But there you go, guys. Took us probably the reason why it was shut down was this coil. This spark plug wire was too short. This boot was busted. This spark plug cap was busted. So it needs a new coil just so that we can get rid of this monkey business right here that I did, splicing those two together. But I just wanted to see if we get sparks, see if we can get it to run. And we were able to. Okay, guys, so there you have it. Our 1965 C100 Honda Cub is back in business. It's running. And let me shut this fuel off. Sorry. It's running. We did have to use the starter rollers, and sorry about that for not having the camera on when we did that. For those of you guys who haven't seen this starter roller setup, let me get off this was a buddy of mine's that passed away. He used it, built this thing to start his BSA 650 that he had bored out to a 900. So there was no kick in it. So he built this thing totally for that, and it's easy. Step on it. So it's battery operated, a couple of Ford starters and starter motors, and you're good to go. I think that's what those are. But it works perfect, and we were able to just basically push start it in place. So, but then we were able to kickstart it after, so that's good. I'm super excited about this. Now we'll clean it up. We'll make it run better, make it run reliably. We'll change the tires. We'll do all that stuff to make this thing look the way it should look. Can't wait to send Harvey the video of it running. He's gonna poop his pants. So guys, thanks for watching yet another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. Do me a favor, like, tag, share, and follow us on Instagram at Motorcycle Rewind. And hit that subscribe button. And while you're in the subscribing mood, just wander on over to our friends, Brickhouse Builds, Gold Guy, Moto Mango, Ace Cafe Bikes, and Pete's Classic Cycle, and give those guys a subscribe too. Thanks again, guys, and have a great day. We made another one run.